Hey everybody, it's Samantha Chatman with Mama, I Made It, and we have a special guest here today. I'm so excited. So he is an actor, he's an entertainer, he's an artist, he's a streamer, a YouTuber, a Chicago homegrown man. Korporate is in the house. Korporate, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
Mama,
much.
I Made It. Korporate, Chicago is so proud of you. Beyond Chicago at this point. We're in your gorgeous, stunning home. This is you have made it. Do you consider yourself like, Mama, I made it?
You know, I'm not really the type of person to really bask in my accomplishments for too long, so it almost creates the illusion I didn't make it because I'm ready for the next level. So it's like, no, I ain't really do it till I get to that next plateau. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people around me kind of let me know, like, Corporate, you really need to just stop and just take it in for a second. I'll be like, okay, back to work. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Because look, I pulled up and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. This is what it looks like to make it. You have your beautiful mom here backstage. What does this relationship mean to you, your mom?
Absolutely not. My mama, that's my dog. Like, you feel me? Like, she just set such a good example as I was coming up as far as someone that just works hard, someone that does anything for their children. I'm the oldest out of 9. Like, you know what I'm saying? All my siblings are in between, like South Carolina and Atlanta. I'm the only one that stayed here. So it's just like, you know, once I grew up and had my own children, it gave me like a blueprint for just doing what you're supposed to do for your kids. Like, and even then, also, you know, my mama gave me the experience of a goofy dad figure and a real dad figure. You know what I'm saying? My real pops is a goofy, but the man that she married years ago, he was around since I was younger. Her husband today, he really showed me what it's like to be a man and take care of your family too. So the example that she showed me and the example that he showed me, like, it allowed me to have something to work off of once I got older. So man, my mama, that's my rock. G. I told you I didn't kidnap her for almost 2 months.
I love
Like, you
it.
know what I'm saying? She finna leave in a little minute and I'm sad.
You've incorporated her on some of your lives too.
Oh
Like,
God, yeah.
I saw when y'all were chasing a bird in this
Nah,
big
for
old
sure,
house.
G. She was tweaking on folks. She say the bird came through the chimney and it's in the fireplace and it's flapping against the glass. So she's like, oh well, I don't want him to die, so I'm gonna open the door. I would have left him right there.
But and you know that's your twin
Right,
too.
no, for sure.
That's your twin. That's your.
Inside
I'm
and
looking
out.
at her. I'm like, oh,
For sure.
she couldn't deny you, and vice versa if y'all wanted to. That's your twin.
Oh, definitely.
I'm curious. Blessings.
For sure.
That's your phrase. Everybody knows you, and of course, on God or on God. But blessing. Are you spiritual?
Absolutely.
Talk to me about that.
The meaning behind blessings, like, I have so much to be grateful for, especially considering like where I came from. We look at this home, 12,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, but it wasn't that long ago I was on the air mattress, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had an air mattress. I'm over there on 84th and May. Look, what, 17, 16-inch TV and a toaster that didn't work. Oh, folks, I put the bread in there, get the burning and shit on. Damn. But I had to work to get up out of that situation. So it's just like everything is just a blessing. Even something as simple as like me being hungry and being able to eat. Simple, because I know how it feels to like be hungry and you want to do something about it, but you can't. So it's like sometimes I'll just be eating my food and I just tear up because it's just like, damn, G, I can eat. Like, everything is a blessing, G. Being able to hop in my car, because I know that CTA. I was on that CTA, G. So it's just like just being able to hop in my car and go to and fro. Like, a lot of the things that we partake in life are so like underappreciated. I appreciate everything. So outside of on God, blessings.
Blessed.
is what I found myself saying the most on a daily basis.
I love it. And people know you for that. I know
Absolutely.
people approach you
For sure.
all over.
Absolutely.
Does it get to be a little much because you probably can't even go in the grocery store without people
For sure.
on you like that? So do you welcome it, or do you still have to give people that healthy balance? Because people think they know you,
No,
they
for
love
sure.
you, they see you, they stream with you, they follow you. So people think they can run up on you. Oh God,
Absolutely.
blessings, this,
Yeah.
that, and the third.
For
How is that for you?
Over the course of the years, it's just something I really had to work with for real. Being a kid from Chicago for real, we not really that sociable. Like, you know what I'm saying? We kind of look at everybody as an opposite. They show us different. I don't know what's to you. Because, you know, in Chicago, things happen very fast. And even in Chicago growing up, like, even having a smile on your face was a sign of weakness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chicago motherfuckers see a motherfucker, they smiling too much. Hey, what's to you? Your ass a goofy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And whole time it's just somebody just enjoying life. But we can't even like process that correctly because of how we came up. I remember I was sitting in on this little conference or whatever, somebody just saying like, you know, we're desensitized. Like, and I'm sure this is the case in a lot of different hoods across the United States, but it's like in Chicago, like we desensitized to things that aren't normal. Like for example, like you shouldn't go into a Popeyes and order chicken and you're on the other side of the bulletproof glass. I'm like, damn, we shouldn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like you just a certain type of person, but you know, being standoffish, that don't mix well with being a public figure. So I kind of, you know what I'm saying? I find a balance with that, give people a pleasant experience, unless they don't come to me with the right energy. Then everything thrown off. You feel me? So I do the best that I can, you know what I'm saying, when I can for sure.
You have millions of followers across the board, millions of views. When we first talked, you were like, "How many streams you got?" I'm like, "Well, this just or how many? No, how
Okay.
many? I'm not even."
Subscribers on
You
YouTube.
said, "How many
on
subs
follow.
you got?"
For sure.
I'm like,
No,
this
for
is
sure.
early and new. I can't even compare to where you are right
Nah,
now."
for sure.
But you have so many followers, so many views. Did you ever think that you would become one of the biggest streamers, YouTubers, entertainers in this digital space? Did you see this for yourself?
I saw it for myself, but for music, film just came out the clear blue. It started off as a marketing strategy, and it just evolved into something else. It started off with taking my iPhone and, you know what I'm saying, capturing things, and then it evolved into me investing in a Sony A7 III in 2020. YouTube University. You just teaching myself how to edit, and then it just kind of grew into something different. You know, we be having our plans or you know ways that we think things is about to go, but you know God be having it already laid out, and we just kind of find out type thing. So I had no idea that I would like be operating in a film production and actor space, and I've come to find a love for it, for sure.
You set out to be a rapper, which you do rap. Was it hard for you to make that pivot and like, y'all, I'm really focused primarily on the
For
music,
sure.
but your viewers are eating this,
Absolutely.
digital YouTube streaming acting. It's like that's where they are really gravitating toward. Not to say that they're not gravitating toward the
Absolutely.
music. Let's be clear.
For sure.
But right now, I think it's safe to say you're known for,
Yeah.
Black
for sure,
Chicago
for
Be
sure.
Like in your film. Was it hard for you to kind of pivot and put more energy into what the crowd was enjoying the most? And I know you're still doing, rap, but how was that for you?
It was a hard pill to swallow. I ain't even gonna lie to you because I love to rap so much I could cry about it. Putting the words together, and to be completely honest, even with the content, the scripts, everything is off the top. Nothing is written. Like I just come as I go. The quality of the dialogue in these productions comes from my ability to rap. Like and just have a steady flow of thoughts. Only in these production cases, it's not rhyming. There's no rhyme scheme. So it's just like it was a hard pill to swallow, and even deeper, even with the man, I hate to even use the term, but even being considered a comedian.
Of course, but I mean, you're so funny. So you don't like being considered a
At
comedian.
all.
Why?
You got to think about you like everybody that, because you know how to cut hair. Do that make you a barber? You just know how to cut hair. So it's just kind of like I just know how to put things together, and I understand the assignment in regards to successfully entertaining someone. You got to think about it. Plies. Plies funny as hell. Now imagine if he would have led with his entertaining side. Motherfuckers be like, nah, your ass a comedian, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he led with the music. He was able to lead with the music. So then, he's still respected as a musician. So it's just like the film and the content, it led and it got huge. I'm trying to incorporate the music here. And there's like, nah, G, your ass a comedian. Stop that. Hand the chest, you hear me? But it's just like I can't say I don't understand though. I can't say I don't understand.
And I mean, you're a dynamic. That speaks to you being such a dynamic person because you can act, you can create, you can direct film. You're funny, so people see you as so many different things. But when you have your eyes set on something, you're like, I need y'all to focus on this though.
Exactly.
And obviously, being an artist and a rapper is still very
Absolutely.
close to the
Close to my
chest.
heart, yeah.
Yeah. But can't deny the talents elsewhere. What was the first video that went viral for you as a content creator?
There was a video that me and my oldest baby did, Brazil Marie, my oldest baby, and it was called Strap Up. Very simple video. We sitting in the car, and I say, put your seatbelt on. She say, why? I say, so you could be safe. She say, you don't strap up. I say, yes, I do. She like, then how was I born then?
Oh!
When I say that shit blew up so crazy, oh God, like, you know what I'm saying? Real simple script. And I just looked into the camera.
And she's serious.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Real
And
simple
then the rest
script.
was history.
Yeah, the rest was history.
Oh,
G. And
man.
that whole time, that motherfucker went up. But at that time, I didn't have like any like watermark or anything on the video, so nobody knew where to follow me at. That's when I learned like you gotta have your insignia on your stuff. And I ain't had nothing to really go viral like that for a while.
So people are just taking the clip and running with it.
Man, I'm talking about every celebrity, like everybody was posting the G, but I didn't really get to really benefit from that traffic. And that was in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And then the next time I got something to like really hit was Chicago Be Like, January 6th, 2016.
Wow.
And it went crazy immediately.
How did you come up with Chicago Be Like?
Oh God, my mama moved to South Carolina in like 05, 06. 05, yeah, my mom moved to South Carolina in 05, and I want to say like 2011, 2010, I slid down. I was there for like a year and a half. Made some really good friends down there, and they used to always be like, "Corporate, what the fuck are you talking about?" And then that's when I realized, like, damn, G, Chicago people really got their own language, and it was something I kind of just, you know what I'm saying, put in my pocket. And 2016 came, was like, just a random idea. Let me just see about this right quick. And it went viral immediately. At that time, Van was still a thing. I'm all on Van, woo, da da da, I'm damn. And the crazy thing about it is, G, when I recorded that video, I was driving for Uber. I was sitting in the car. I set the camera on the dash. I'm looking, I'm talking. Waiting for a Uber rider to send me I got it done. So I go take someone from point A to point B on foot. And then later on that day, I edited, put it together. I did me talking and I put the voice in the back, like I'm talking to somebody. And it was just me telling a story about my experience showing up to a house party. Real simple. And it wasn't scripted. It was just off the top, just talking how I would normally talk. And even then with me in it like, on God, they took to on God so heavily.
And the thing is, when you're from Chicago, that's all we heard
No, for
growing
sure.
up. It's like this is what,
Yeah.
yeah. But you go out of town and start saying, "Man, G, you tweaking."
On
People
my
like,
mama.
what?
Yeah, on folks. Yeah, that shit was crazy. I'm talking about the next day. I go outside. On God? On folks. All right. And I was on my Donovan Price page. Like I was on Facebook. I hadn't even I wasn't uploading it to a platform that had my name clear. So motherfuckers come and say, like, Donovan? I'm like, yeah. And then eventually I made a like page under Korporate. And then just went from there.
How did you come up with Korporate?
When I was trying to find my entertainment name, I'm like, it's gotta be something that describes me. I'm really all about things having like meaning to it. I've always been business oriented. In school, I was selling CDs, I was selling candy. Like if I was selling CDs, like I used to, motherfuckers give me their list for a mix CD, pay a little extra, I have it next day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was on that. So I'm like, man, Korporate. That's just me. Like, woo. I'm like, I'm gonna spell it with a K. To keep it a buck and a quarter with you, G. The real reason I spelled it with a K on fourth grade, because when I was in college, I wanted to be a Kappa.
Oh!
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I never said
You
that
wanted
publicly
to
on
be the
folks.
noobs.
G, yeah, G. And it's crazy.
So, I'm an AKA.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I'm an AKA.
For sure.
Ooh, child, them Kappas. Ooh, stressful,
For
stressful.
sure.
So, I mean, you wanted to twirl the cane and
All that, G, at Central State. Because I went to Central State in
okay.
Wilberforce, Ohio.
Yeah,
first. And it's crazy.
I dated a Kappa from that school in
What? Oh,
Texas
God.
when I moved to Texas. Oh, we might have to cut that.
Oh, right.
I don't want him to get
No clout.
shot, no clout. So you were at Central State. Why Kappa?
I don't know, G. Like it was just something about the couch. Yeah, all my homies, my homie E, my homie T, my homie Ralph at the time. T and E had cross Kappa, and it's crazy. At the end of my sophomore year, they was like, when you come back, you next. Yeah. Had Brazil. I had my oldest baby and never came back, G. So I never had the chance to go pledge. But G, yeah, that's why I made it with a KG, because I wanted to be a Kappa.
Wow. Have you ever told that part of the story
Nah,
before?
G,
Oh,
because
we got an
like,
exclusive.
No, for real, because it's just like I'm real calculated, very calculated and real. Like I just be thinking.
You were trying to manifest that thing.
No, for sure. But it's like I ain't never want to say it in public because I ain't want my like fan base to be slated. Cause or the alphas to be like, oh, we ain't up with you no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I never said it for a long time.
The
but
Divine Nine will be happy.
on God.
Yeah, we happy. And you know, hey, it's never too late. They got
Blessings.
graduate chapters too.
No, for sure.
They would love to have you.
On God, that'll be raw as hell.
All right. So let's talk about Chicago, Black Chicago be like. You said that you don't have a script, nothing written. You have dozens of videos. I mean, you won a Webby Award for this stuff.
Blessings, for sure.
And it's all off the top?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
How?
Yeah,
These are productions,
Oh, God.
different scenes, different casts.
For sure.
How is this all just off the top of your head?
Motherfuckers didn't believe it until I did like a stream on Twitch while I was shooting the episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about like the natural flow of conversation. When someone says something to you, you respond to it naturally and so on and so forth. And I use that same like technique with the video. So, example, there was a scenario in an episode where I was going shopping for my unborn kid with one of my baby mamas on the show. And she picking stuff off of the shelf like, we need this. One of the things she picked up, which I didn't plan on it just happened to be behind her, was a bottle of Pedialyte, right? I made the point to her before she did that, like, we shopping too early. You not even showing yet, G. Like, what we gotta wait. She was like, no, there's some things that we could still get. She get the Pedialyte, and she like shows it to me, and I'm like, what's that for? And she like, well, what if our baby's dehydrated, or you know what I'm saying, woo woo. Well, I'm like, well, if we have a son, I wouldn't want him to be the thirsty type anyway. So that was off the top, like because it just made sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or in a episode some years back, I had got my girlfriend's car towed after I got into a high speed chase with the police. So she take a Uber to come get me out the county. I walk out the county over there on 26, everything. I walk out the county. I get it to the Uber with her. I get in the car. She looking upset. It just made sense for me to be like, is it too late now to say sorry? Like, no script couldn't, like, you can come up with stuff with a script, but it's just like, what feels right to say at the time? So I just use the natural flow of things, and that helps me to, like, really build an effective script.
That's crazy.
For sure.
That's genius.
Man, blessings.
That's
for sure.
genius.
Absolutely.
That's genius. Because there are some people who go to school for directing
For
and
sure.
film, and they spend years and years and years
Yeah.
trying to get the amount of views that you do, and for you, it's just natural.
For sure. Because when you think about like us as a people, G, like in regular conversation, you didn't talk to somebody where when y'all talk about something, y'all will reference an applicable song, the lyrics to an applicable song, or a movie. That's natural. Taking that same naturality and putting it into my scripts. And what does that create? Relatability. And that's one of the key points to establishing that connection between you and the audience. They got to relate to it. So it just makes sense.
Going back to you as a dad, because your daughter Brazil, that was kind of what kicked all of this off.
Absolutely.
Talk about fatherhood and what it means to you to be a dad.
It's the most important thing in my entire life, for real. Especially with my pops being such a goofy. I don't want history to repeat itself. That's my biggest thing. So I have 3 girls, Brazil Marie, Milan Monroe, and Iceland Dior. And my whole life just revolves around them and making sure that I put them in position to be productive members of society. I got that from my mama. She used to say that.
She used to
when
say that. She looking like, yup,
for
yup.
sure. Productive members of society. So me and Brazil been working since she was younger. She just naturally has it. She just naturally has it as far as being able to deliver on camera, not only like physically, but also has the energy for it. My 9-year-old Milan is next. I've had her in some of my episodes. Milan and Ice, I had a Fashion Nova contract a few years ago. And when Fashion Nova first came out with their kids line, I strung them into my contract to have them model for Fashion Nova. So they don't even know I started their resume when they were younger and couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, understand what was going on.
And this is what generational wealth is all about.
Very big on that. Very big on that because tomorrow's not promised, G. Like it sound dark, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, G. So it's like I'm really racing against the clock to make sure that I put my kids in as much of a position as possible to be okay after I leave. Because daddy is giving them a certain type of experience that I would like to still be active in the event that I'm not here anymore. So even with the current storyline that I have going with Black Chicago, be like after that storyline is over, the next one is going to star Milan. And that's me starting to build her presence online. And then as Iceland gets older, she's going to be next. So if something happens too soon to me, God forbid, Brazil could make sure that she pulls Milan up. They'll make sure that they pull Iceland up. Like it's just like it's a whole plan that I got that's very near and dear to me, and that's why I work so hard. For sure.
One of the things I like about you is that you don't gatekeep.
For sure.
You have talked publicly about the platforms you're on, how it works. I mean, you're not getting into specific numbers, but you walk people through how
sure.
it worked for you.
Absolutely.
You also didn't turn away from Facebook, which a lot of people, they like, oh, Facebook, that's an older crowd. But I want to say I was watching a interview with Country Wayne, and he was talking about like, man, my Facebook crowd, that's where I started.
That's why I started.
That's
Too.
where I started. And so why is it important for you to continue to pour into all platforms, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, I'm sure I'm missing some, Instagram, but also not forgetting the Facebook audience. Why is that key?
Because each platform really got their own following for real. The Facebook platform is definitely more mature. There's something that I could post on Instagram and they be like, post it on Facebook and they be like, Corporate, I'm so disappointed in you. Like you in real life. Like that's really how it goes. So you just really gotta Facebook is like more so they like where I'm being nice to people, more mature content. They don't really like the young stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing a TikTok dance on Instagram, what's up? On Facebook, they just like, they'll question my sexuality. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot with that because it's just a more mature audience. So each platform has a different population of people that contribute to your overall like fan base. So you just a good shepherd tends to they flock.
Yeah.
They whole flock. So yeah, it's type shit.
You have to cater what you're posting. Cause like even me, my mom, my mom will make fun of me. Well, I think that she says you don't show the same love to Facebook. I'm like, Mom, what do you mean? She's like, no, because you'll post these 5 pictures on Instagram and you'll post these 5 pictures on Facebook. I'm like, Mom, because you're gonna be more critical when you see them on Facebook.
Absolutely.
And you're not really on Instagram.
Exactly.
She's like, yeah, but you still gotta. I'm like, Mom, it's just different audiences.
No, for sure.
Different platform. Also wanted to talk about your philanthropy. Giving back is very important to you.
Very,
I know
yeah.
you've worked with people in the county. You do a lot with schools. Talk to me about why it's so important to you to give back despite your fame, your fortune. Why is it important for you to reach out? Because you don't have to do that.
No, for sure. I know how it feels to need. Flat out. And I know how it feels for blessings to come at just the right time, G. Like I remember like my mom in South Carolina, I'd be like, Mom, could you send me 100? She used to be money gramming me them 100 G. Like $100 G was the difference between life and death. I get something to eat, our stomach be in my back. You hear me? Like she sent me that 100 G. I just like, Mama, you just saved my life, G. Like I know how I feel to need and I know how I feel to like receive. So it's just like whenever I get the opportunity, like I want to give someone else that feeling. So it's like August 16th, I got my back to school, my second annual back to school, you know what I'm saying, situation at Prairie Hills Elementary.
And the kids love you.
On God, for sure, for sure.
I also want to talk about you're able to capture a younger audience. You're in your 30s. What is that? Because even like, I'm in news too. And being able to capture and relate to the young audience, that is not something that everybody can do.
For sure.
So you are able to entertain people in their 40s and 50s.
For sure.
But also the Gen Z,
Oh,
Gen
God.
Alpha. How do you do that?
Relatability. Relatability, for sure, for sure. And shit, Black don't crack. I don't look
Period.
old, G. That helps. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't all in the video talking about, yeah, I ain't with gray hairs and shit. No, G. Like, so,
Your mom is
like everything contribute to that. And then, as I get older, it get a little more difficult to keep up with, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the new generation. But Brazil Marie, that's my cheat code.
She keeps
She
you.
be letting me know what's up.
Because I
Say
thought,
shit.
Corporate, I thought you were Gen Z.
Nah, that's you supposed to think.
Yeah.
Oh, Tamara, regardless of what we talk about on it, I'm 26. Okay?
Period.
Regardless of what we talking about on
Yeah.
here, I am 26. Hello? So yeah.
In this day and age where everybody wants to be a content creator, it seems. Everybody wants to be, streaming. I was actually talking to a university chancellor, and he was like, it's tough because a lot of Black folks, the girls want to go to HBCUs, and we're finding that the guys want to be streamers.
Yeah.
The guys want to be content creators. Many of them bypassing college. The
Yeah.
girls only want to go to the HBCUs. Do you think that is helpful? Because we still need doctors, lawyers, firefighters, et cetera. But if all of our black boys want to be on Twitch, is that a good thing?
Man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, G. Like, you got to think about it. Like, when we was coming up, go to college, get your degree, come
Period.
out making like 60,000, maybe 100,000. If you know what I'm saying. Woo. You got to think about it, G. Like, you got the potential to make that yearly salary in a month.
But can everybody do that?
Everybody can't, but they're chasing the chance to do so. So it's just like, it just makes it appealing. Like, so even with Brazil, like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, she finna be a sophomore in high school. I tell her, quite honest, I feel like college is a scam. That's just my personal opinion. It only makes sense if it's free. Because you go through college, you rack up the debt to get a job, that's just enough to pay that debt. What was the point? So if you're gonna go to college, it need to be at no expense, very low cost, in order for it to make sense. I'm not really pushing for Brazil to go to college because I have given her a path to walk to be able to take care of herself. So after she graduate high school, I give her about a year to put her feet in the footprints left for her. If she don't do what she's supposed to do in that year, you're going to school. Daddy will take care of it. And you going to school for what I want you to go to school for. You're either going to be a lawyer or a doctor. Either one. You take your pick between those. But if she do what she's supposed to do with, you know what I'm saying, with the content, whether she want to do fashion, whatever, G, she going to be straight. So I understand. Like, you got to think about it. When we was younger, parents used to be like, get off of that damn video game. And niggas is making millions off of playing the video game now. So it's like, I understand why everybody is leaning toward content. So it's just like, I can't really say that. We do need more doctors and lawyers and such. But can you blame people for wanting to be in that position to make that type of money?
The Webby Award, huge deal. Talk to me about what that meant to you to receive a Webby Award.
It was really just a sign of like the possibilities of what someone can do. I For the people in Chicago, I come from a lot of the same neighborhoods that they grew up in, dealt with a lot of the same issues, had to circumvent a lot of the same obstacles. I ain't got no contract with no major company or anything. Like, this is all off the muscle, G. Like, it just shows people that it's possible. For something that I originally started off recording on my phone to being recognized internationally, it's possible. That's one of the most biggest points that I make to people. I'm not doing nothing you can't do. Because at the end of the day, G, I do videos that I think is funny. If you laughed, then you can do the same thing. Because whatever you think is funny, you can learn how to put it together and put it out there. So it just makes it just that much more like real. Like, anybody could do it. Like, the sky's really the limit for real. So words can't express how grateful I am to be a recipient of the 2025 Webby Award.
It's a blessing.
Oh, God.
You see any other awards for you? What are some awards that you like? I would love to receive this.
Man, an Oscar and a Grammy next for real.
EGOT?
That's on the way. It's on the way, G.
I love it.
I got that Lifetime Presidential Award. I do got that. So I got those two under my belt. The high school that I graduated from, Corliss, they just presented me with an award too. So I'm just trying to rack them up.
I love it. When you're filming Black Chicago Be Like, have you ever been in dicey situations? Because you're not filming these in the burbs.
No, for sure.
You're going to the location,
No, for sure.
the actual locations where these things go down in real life. Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, oh, it's...
I mean, that happens often as far it happens often as far as like motherfuckers just being around. Like, and you gotta, but I always got security. I don't even play them type of games. I always got armed security. But as far as the situation actually happening, the most memorable one is I was got caught in crossfire when I was shooting a video with Lil Mouse some years ago, 2017 to be exact. And him and his cousin got hit when he got shot. Yep, he was shooting an episode with me. G, we was on 118 Emerald. So it's just like that just come with the territory, cause I'm not. This ain't Black Homewood be like. This ain't Black Kankakee be like. I gotta be in the trenches. I done been in O Block, like inside, not just in the courtyard. I'm talking about in their apartments. Like I'm the voice of I'm the author of the trenches. I gotta tell these stories, G, and I gotta make them vivid. You gotta be able to see. I'm low key putting my life on the line for real, but it's just like you gotta. I think if you really care about something, you gotta be willing to die for it. So yeah, I mean, I'm covered with. I got a cloak of protection. Look, mama already looking at me crazy. She don't like how I talk certain
Mama
ways
said,
on
I'm
folks.
finna rub this
Yeah,
this
mama.
oil on your forehead
I
tonight.
do got a cloak of protection. My mom be praying for me. My granny be praying for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know I'm gonna be okay though. I'm gonna make it home. I move in a certain fashion. You know, you could move in a certain way that attract bad energy towards you. I don't move in that fashion. Even my energy blessings. How you feeling, King? How you feeling, Queen? Woo woo. Like I keep good energy around me, so that definitely helped.
You don't have to answer, but
Okay.
what's that love life looking like? You dating?
For sure,
Or
for sure.
I won't answer you dating. Well, maybe I will.
No, for sure.
Is it hard to date being corporate?
I mean, generally when you in a certain position, G, like you gotta be worried about motherfuckers like motives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is they trying to get ahead? Like, what's really to 'em? Like, even in your position, like you probably would have to worry about motherfuckers trying to see if they can tap into your network or something like that. So I be having to deal with that. But for real, like when you trying to build, G, it's really best for you, in my opinion, not for you to really partake in a relationship for real, because it could be counterproductive. But that's just my opinion for real, because when you in like a really dedicated situation, now you have to worry about how somebody else feel. You got to worry about time with them and so on and so forth. And I be so locked in with this, G. Like I can't allow someone at this point to be hindering me from being the best person that I could the best entertainer that I could possibly be, G, because this contributes to my earning potential. And the money I make is how I provide for me and my loved ones, G.
So if a woman came by, what would it take for a woman to lock corporate down?
Man, superpowers on folks. Nah,
Mom is
but-
rolling her eyes. Mom is ready for a wedding.
No, folks.
Mommy is ready for a
It's
wedding.
just it's really about understanding, G. It's all about understanding and having, you know what I'm saying, a certain type of mindset and just being driven and just being a certain type of way. You know, I got stuff going on to help if she has stuff going on, and it could just, you know, we both understand each other. And when it's time for us to really like formally lock in, then we'll do that. But you know, the dating pool is, you know, those waters could be a little murky. So it's just
When
like
the time is right.
when the time is right, we'll take it slow.
What's next for you? What do you got going on? What do you want people to know? What do you have next?
For sure. Series where you can hear everybody talking, like that's not narrated. More music. I've been on Twitch real heavy. I think I'm at like 96,000 followers on that now. It's growing in a fairly decent fashion, and then just elevating everything to the next level. The content is gonna improve. I say, 3-4 months ago, maybe I invested in a FX3 cinema camera, so it's like even the content is looking more Netflixy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just elevating everything surrounding my brand.
You see your content on like a Netflix?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure. Sometimes I'll watch. I don't really have time to watch TV because I'm too busy making my own TV for real. But sometimes I'll watch to get like inspiration and just see. And watching shows that's already out there, I'll be like, damn, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And then even in some cases, like, yeah, they can't fuck with me type shit. So Yeah, just working.
Korporate, love you, appreciate
A
you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Queen,
Appreciate
indeed.
And you said yes so fast. I appreciate you,
Oh, no,
man.
for sure.
That means a lot.
I look, you are a black queen that's working, G. And then even then, first of all, congratulations on you even starting your podcast.
Thank
And then, oh, folks, Beyonce, Mama is you feel me? Like, doing it, so it was an honor
Thank you.
for me to be one of your,
Oh, this
you
is
feel
an
me?
honor. This is an honor. Go like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Until next time, Mama, I made it.
D Brooks exclusive.